1707. My word is alive. It carries my spirit. It does not return void. When you read it, when you meditate on it, when you let it sink deep into the soil of your heart, it produces a harvest that no devil can steal. You've spent too long looking for big miracles without obeying the small disciplines. You've prayed for open doors while ignoring my daily invitations to come close. 1738. But the doors you seek swing open when your ears are tuned to my whisper. When you wake up each day and say, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening," you position yourself for alignment, for acceleration, for divine appointment. You stop striving and start abiding. And from that place, everything flows. I am not calling you to perfection. 1804. I'm calling you to connection. I want to walk with you again like I did with Adam in the cool of the day. I want your thoughts to align with mine. I want to whisper to you in the midst of your busyness. But I cannot speak over the noise if you will not still your heart. I will not compete with distractions. 1828. I wait. I knock. I pursue. But I will not force intimacy. You must choose me in the quiet moments. You must build a life where my voice is not occasional but essential. My child, look again at the little things. Look again at what you tolerate. Look again at what you repeat. The words you speak, the content you consume, the company you keep, all of these are shaping you. 1903. There is no neutral ground in the spirit. You are either drawing nearer or drifting. I want you, nay. I want to be the one who fills your mind in the morning and steadies your heart at night. I want to teach you how to see, not through the lens of culture, but through the lens of eternity. You keep asking me to change your life, and I will. 1931. But I do not start with the external. I start with the internal. The miracle you're praying for begins in your habits. The shift you long for begins in your thoughts. The blessing you desire flows from the posture of your heart. When you fill your life with my word, you begin to think like me, speak like me, walk like me. 1958. You become salt and light. You carry my presence into places darkened by despair. You change atmospheres without saying a word simply because my truth lives inside you. That is the kind of life I've called you to. Not one of roller coaster emotions, not one ruled by impulse or stress, but one anchored in me. 2026. That anchor is built daily. Just as a tree's strength comes from years of deepening roots, so your strength comes from the daily choice to hear me, believe me, and obey me. Even when it's quiet, even when it's small, even when it's unseen. I see how often you've dismissed these small moments, waiting for something dramatic to happen. 2051. But the deepest transformation happens when no one is watching. When you open my word and read even though you feel nothing. When you turn away from temptation even though no one would have known. When you choose forgiveness, humility, generosity, not for applause, but for me. These are the small decisions that build an unshakable life. 2118. Even now, my child, I am stirring a new awareness within you. I am awakening your spirit to the subtlety of my voice. Do not look for thunder. Listen for the whisper. I often speak in the quiet because those who truly hunger will listen closely. I do not hide myself to frustrate you. I draw you in so that you may find me. 2144. And when you do, you find everything else in its place. The wisdom you seek is in my word. The healing you desire begins in my presence. The strength you need is found when you feed daily on my truth. The peace that eludes you rests within every verse I have spoken. My word is not just a book. It is breath. It is the heartbeat of heaven. 22:13. And every time you open it with a sincere heart, I meet you there. You do not need to be a scholar. You do not need to understand everything at once. You only need to come with a heart that says, Lord, I want to know you. And I will honor that. I will illuminate what you need. I will reveal what will bring life. 2240. My spirit and my word agree. They work together to form you, guide you, and lift you above the patterns of this world. My child, the world will always have its voices, but my voice must become the loudest. Not by volume, but by weight. Let my voice outweigh your fears, your doubts, your impulses. Let my word become the lens through which you see every situation. 2313. This is how you remain stable in an unstable world. This is how you overcome temptation. This is how you discern what is truly from me. Do not underestimate the small things. The daily prayers, the quiet worship, the whispered yes to me. They are building something eternal. They are laying brick upon brick in the unseen. 2340. And one day soon, you will look up and realize you are standing in the very thing you once only dreamed of. This is how I work. Steadily, faithfully, deeply. Not rushed, but precise. Not chaotic, but purposeful. And when you build your life on my word, truly build, not just visit it when convenient. The storms will come, but they will not destroy you. 2400 hours 08. The winds will blow, but they will not move you, because you will be anchored, grounded, rooted in truth that cannot be shaken. I have seen every tear, every setback, every disappointment, and I am telling you, my word will not fail you. My promises are sure. My timing is perfect. My presence is constant. So come, return, abide, draw new every day. 2400 hours 44. Even when you're tired, even when you're busy, even when you feel nothing, especially then, come anyway. For it is not about emotion. It is about devotion. And I honor those who seek me even in the silence, especially in the silence. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. What begins as 5 minutes in my presence can turn into a lifestyle of glory. 25-16. What begins as a verse can become a voice that changes your generation. My word is power, and that power is available to you. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. For today, this very moment. I love you too much to leave you in patterns that keep you small. I love you too much to let compromise steal your calling. 25:43. So I am speaking now, clearly, firmly, lovingly. Watch the small things. Guard the hidden places. Hear my word every day. Let me form you daily, just as I form the world with my voice. For I am still speaking. And I want to speak to you. Will you listen? Will you choose me? Not just once, but again and again in every small moment. 26:14. Will you build a life that is not swayed by storms because it is built on my truth? Come, my child. I am waiting every day, every moment. Just come and watch what I do in you, through you, and around you. One small choice at a time. I am the Lord your God. I do not change, and I will never stop pursuing you. Never. 26:47. Amen. Jeremiah, my prophet, wept as he delivered my words to a people who refused to listen. He was mocked, beaten, thrown into a cistern. He questioned his calling. He cried out, "Why was I born?" And yet I had appointed him before he was even formed in his mother's womb. I told him not to be afraid of their faces, for I had made him like a fortified city, like an iron pillar. His assignment was heavy, but his soul was mine. And though few listened to his voice on earth, his words echo through generations. Think also of Esther, hidden in a palace, raised as an orphan, placed in a position of influence, not by her own ambition, but by divine orchestration. When the time came to risk her life for her people, she said, "If I perish, I perish." That was her test, not in comfort, but in courage. She was not the loudest. She was not the most obvious choice. but she was available, and I used her obedience to preserve a nation. Job, faithful and upright, yet afflicted with unimaginable loss. His body was broken, his family taken, his reputation destroyed. His friends accused him, and his wife told him to curse me. Yet even in confusion, he cried out to me. He demanded answers, and I met him, not with explanation, but with revelation. I reminded him of who I am, of my wisdom, of my sovereignty. And in the end, I restored him, not just what he lost, but more. For I do not just return, I redeem. The prophets, the apostles, the martyrs, so many walk through fire. Paul, beaten, imprisoned, shipwrecked, stoned. Yet he said, I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. He learned to be content in all things because he knew the secret. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. His letters were written in chains, but they carry freedom. My son Jesus walked the ultimate path of surrender. He was perfect, sinless, yet rejected, misunderstood, betrayed. The crowd that shouted, Hosanna, turned to shout, Crucify him. He wept. He sweat blood. He cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me? But he endured the cross for the joy set before him. And now he is exalted, seated at my right hand, interceding for you. He understands your pain, your temptation, your sorrow, because he bore it all. He passed the ultimate test so you could walk in victory. You see now, my child, that you are part of a lineage of those who were tested, refined, and elevated. Their paths were not easy, but they were holy. Their victories did not come without struggle, but their struggle produced an eternal weight of glory. You walk among them. Their blood, their prayers, their worship, their faith, it surrounds you like a cloud of witnesses. They cheer for you. They wait to see how you will carry the baton they once held. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. Every feeling you've had, every fear, every tear, it has been felt by those who came before you. And like them, you will overcome, not by your strength, but by mine, not by your perfection, but by my grace. I do not call the qualified, I qualify the called. Even now, I am aligning your journey with divine echoes from the past. You will feel drawn to the same places of prayer, of stillness, of courage. You will begin to understand the scriptures, not just with your mind, but with your experience. They are not stories, they are patterns. Patterns of my ways, patterns of my faithfulness, patterns of how I work in those who yield fully to me. I want you to know that what you are facing has meaning. It has purpose. It is producing in you a legacy that will outlive your years. What I am doing in you is not just for this season, but for generations to come. The choices you make now, the faith you show now, the surrender you walk in now, it will affect more than you can see. Just as the obedience of those before you shaped your path, so will yours shape the path of those after you. You are being grafted into a holy story, a divine narrative. The same fire that touched the lips of Isaiah, the same breath that filled Ezekiel's valley of dry bones, the same spirit that fell at Pentecost, that same power is with you now. You are not at the end of the line. You are in the continuation of my movement. Even in your weakness, I am strong. Even in your questions, I am faithful. Even in your delay, I am working. I waste nothing. I forget nothing. I forsake no one. When I start a work, I complete it. When I promise, I perform. My word never returns void. What I said to you, I will do. What I showed you, I will bring to pass, not on your schedule, but on mine. And mine is perfect. I want you to take heart. Take courage. When the darkness tries to whisper that you've missed it, that it's too late, that it's too hard, remember those before you. They heard the same lies, but they clung to me, and I vindicated them. I lifted them. I fulfilled what I spoke, and I will do the same for you. You may feel small, but you are chosen. You may feel behind, but you are right on time. You may feel invisible, but I see you. The world may not understand your process, but I authored it. And what I write, no man can erase. What I ordain, no power can stop. What I begin, I finish. So lift your head, wipe your tears, take another step. You are walking a path marked by my hand. Every detour, every delay, every heartbreak, I have used it to shape your heart for me. Do not compare your journey. I never make duplicates. I write unique stories. Yours is beautiful, holy, and eternal. There will be more tests, yes, but with every test comes greater revelation, greater intimacy, greater authority. The test is not meant to break you, but to build you. It is not to shame you, but to show you what I've placed inside you. Each test brings you deeper into the mystery of who I am and who you are in me. You are not just called to survive. You are called to reign, not in pride, but in purpose, not in arrogance, but in anointing. The people of the past stood in their time. Now you stand in yours. Do not shrink back. Do not let fear silence your song. Raise your voice. Take your place. Shine my light. And when you feel weary, remember, you are not the only one. You are surrounded by those who know what it costs to carry my fire. Their stories are not just in books. They are alive in heaven, and their spirits bear witness to mine. The same Spirit who sustained them will sustain you. The same love that carried them through will carry you. I have never failed. I never will. Not in them. Not in you. So trust me. You ask what comes next. Listen, for I will not leave you blind. I do not lead my children by confusion, but by purpose. What comes next is alignment. You will begin to see me remove things that no longer serve you, not to punish, but to prepare. Some people, some habits, some places will begin to fall away. Do not cling to them. Do not mourn their departure. For what I remove, I replace with better. What I prune, I cause to bear more fruit. What I close, I do to open greater. You have passed through a narrow place. That was your wilderness. That was your hidden season. You were not forgotten. You were concealed. I covered you while I worked on you. I hid you from the eyes of those who would have spoken death over your promise. I placed you under the shadow of my wing, not because I was displeased with you, but because I delighted in you. I protected your process. I kept you close, even when you didn't feel me near. Now I am calling you to step forward, not hastily, not anxiously, but boldly.